Sam Raimi will not direct a Tom Holland Spider-Man movie, but you gotta hear why. There's an investigation into Snyder bots, Christopher Walken joins Dune, and I talked to music legend Kenny Loggins. But before we get into all that, if you're new to the channel, make sure you click the subscribe button and turn notifications on so I can keep delivering nerdy news all the way from outer space. Hello, Chris Killian here. Happy Friday the 13th, even though traditionally that's supposed to be an unlucky day, but how bad can it get?
Worse than Friday the 13th Part 3!
In a recent interview with the LA Times, Sam Raimi was asked about the possibility of coming back to direct Spider-Man 4, but here's the catch, the one with Tom Holland. To which Sam Raimi replied, and I quote, "I love Spider-Man and I love Tom Holland in the role, but if I made a Spider-Man movie, it would probably have to be with Tobey or he'd break my neck."
But excuse me?
Did Sam Raimi just say that Tobey would break his neck?
And I'm
I don't know, breaking someone's neck, that seems super violent to me. I don't think Tobey would ever do something like that. Poison, maybe.
How'd that get in there?
Yesterday, a report from The Wrap alleged to have uncovered proof that the Oscars' first ever fan favorite and cheer moment awards, both of which were awarded to Zack Snyder films, may have been the result of rigged voting due to the use of bots on Twitter.
You don't say.
All right, yeah, did I think it was a little peculiar that the biggest cheer moment went to Zack Snyder's Justice League, which most of us watched at home, instead of Spider-Man No Way Home, where I witnessed standing ovations every time the three Spider-Men got together?
I mean, maybe.
But I have to be really careful what I say here because I don't want an army of the dead sending bots after me. You feel me?
I did not murder him.
Let me know in the comments if you think it was rigged or not. More and more news has come out about Scream 6 the last couple of days. Not only does Courtney Cox, who is set to return as Gale Weathers, claim the script is really good, but we've now learned that Hayden Panettiere is set to return to acting by reprising her role as Kirby Reed, which caught me way off guard because this whole time I thought Kirby got killed.
Terribly sorry, sir, but I'm afraid you're mistaken.
As you all know, Top Gun Maverick is coming to theaters on May 24th, and this is me standing next to music legend Kenny Loggins, and this is us chatting about Danger Zone.
How exciting is it for Danger Zone to still be tied so intrinsically to Top Gun 35 years later, where they cannot make a Top Gun movie without Danger Zone?
It's funny you should say that because I met Tom Cruise for the first time about 4 years ago backstage on Jimmy Fallon, and I knew that he had optioned that project and was about to start it, and I said, "So tell me, is Danger Zone a part of the new Top Gun or not?" And he said, "Are you kidding?" He said, "It wouldn't be Top Gun without Danger Zone," and he stayed true to his word. And you know, here we are years later, and it's a big element in the new movie.
That's amazing. All we need now is Footloose with Kevin Bacon to come back, and we'll be spot on.
Now, if only we can get Kevin Bacon back for a proper Footloose sequel. Speaking of Kevin Bacon, yesterday Blumhouse announced a new horror film coming straight to Peacock titled They/Them, a horror film set at an LGBTQ+ conversion camp starring Kevin Bacon.
Good title.
It was also announced yesterday that Christopher Walken is coming on board Dune Part 2 to play the Emperor, which is some of the best casting I could have ever imagined.
I put my pants on, just like the rest of you, one leg at a time.
We also learned yesterday that Norm Macdonald filmed a secret stand-up set in his living room before his passing, and it will air on Netflix on May 30th. That's king right there.
Ridiculous.
Finally, here to talk about the news of Godzilla vs. Kong 2 is the biggest Godzilla fan I know, my Earth correspondent, Nick Floyd.
Thanks, Chris. Wow. Well, this might be the biggest news I've ever heard in my entire life. Even bigger than the time we found out all three Spider-Man would be in a movie together. Yes, that's right. Adam Wingard is returning to direct Godzilla vs. Kong 2 with Dan Stevens joining the cast in a lead role. This is like my winning bingo card of movie news. In fact, the only thing that could possibly make this better is if they brought on Ryan Gosling to play Dan Stevens' older brother in the movie. So I've given it some thought. The fact that this movie even exists right now means that I have finally found my purpose, my calling, my carpe diem moment. Chris, as of today, I will be relieving myself of my Earth correspondent duties and committing my time to finding a way to be a part of this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, this cinematic bliss. So I've got a one-way ticket to Australia and a heart that's ready for adventure. Thanks for everything, Chris, and Godspeed.
Wow. Well, I knew Nick was going to be excited for Godzilla vs. Kong 2, but I didn't think he was going to be quit his job and move to the land down under excited. Either way, I will miss you, Nick Floyd, and Godspeed, good sir. And that's that for Friday. Make sure you like today's video because it helps a bunch. Leave some comments and definitely turn on notifications because I will be back next Monday. Now, if you'll excuse me, Nick and I have some Deadites to go kill in the new Evil Dead game.
Groovy.
All of the stories in this video came from articles written on ComicBook.com, so if you'd like to read more about some of today's news with your very own eyeballs, feel free to head over to ComicBook.com where we work 24/7 to keep you all up to speed on the latest news. You can also follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and more, all of which are linked below. If you're someone who likes listening to other people argue for hours on end about this sort of stuff, we've got you covered there as well with Comic Book Nation, hosted by Kofi Outlaw every Friday, or our Marvel-focused podcast hosted by my best frenemy, Brandon Davis, on Wednesdays. If you want some behind-the-scenes antics or previews of my cosplay, or you want to know what it's like to live on a spaceship for months at a time with no genuine human interaction, find me on Instagram at CKComedy or Twitter at Chris Killian, all links below. Once again, make sure you like the video, subscribe, and turn on notifications, and give yourself a pat on the back for making it this far into the video. That's great. I can't believe you made it. See you tomorrow.